struggle is real. The struggle is real.
Let's get Geri out here to talk about her exciting announcement, because I'm so excited about it all. So come on out here, Geri. So glad to have you on today. Welcome to Good Day Paris.
Well, I'm really glad to be here today. Good to see you today, too.
Yes, awesome.
I didn't bring my pants today. I brought my shorts.
I know.
Because we're talking about fitness today.
That's
so,
right.
Yeah.
It's all about fitness. And boy, we really need to be into that. And the more we age, I'm talking about myself.
Right.
You know, the more it's important for us. So,
Yeah.
okay, so tell me, what's going on? I've noticed you've lost some weight.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing.
I actually have adapted a new motto for myself and wanted to share it with people. It's me versus me. And our fight is in our brains, it's our mind. You say it's between our ears, and that's
between
true.
your right and left
David,
ear.
the other week, he said it's from here up. That's where our fight is. And so basically it just got to a point where I couldn't get around. I couldn't move. I was very in much pain all the time.
Yes.
And I am 61 years old, but I felt like I was 85.
Right.
And so I was climbing the stairs one day, coming up the stairs at my house, and I just couldn't breathe. And I just said, enough of this. I have to do something different. So I just found, I actually Googled fat camp online and found out that there was a fit camp close by. And so I went for 10 days where we worked out for 8 hours a day.
Oh, that's awesome. Wonderful.
We did calorie counting. We learned to manage our diets better. Some amino acids that they put us on, things like that. And so about my main goal when I was at the fit camp was to get up a hill. Just to get up a hill without stopping.
Right.
Without stopping to breathe. And so I got there on Sunday. By Friday, I had gotten to a point where I could get up the hill without stopping. They have a seat about 3/4 of the way up. You could just sit down, and I would sit down and take a picture of everything that I was seeing, and then I would continue on after I got my breath. And that took me about 5 days just to get up to the top of that hill. And for me, it was a huge hill.
Yeah.
And the first day that I was there, I couldn't walk a mile. I turned around about a half mile into it and came back. I mean, I only walked a half a mile.
Oh, dear.
And that's how bad I was. And I used to do roller derby and all kinds of stuff. And now I can't even get up the stairs at my own home.
Well, and you know, it's funny that you had mentioned the stairs, because when I was starting my diet, I started at 214 pounds, and I knew I had a good 50 pounds to lose, you know, to get down where I couldn't go up my stairs at home. And I was finding that, you know, on maybe the 10th step of 18 steps, I couldn't breathe. And I would stop and just go, wow, this is something. And now I'm older than you by about 10 years. And so that makes a difference too. And I wasn't sure in my mind, is this age related or is this health related? And it's almost like instantaneously, this is a health related problem and it will not get better. I had to be very serious about that and make a decision. And I think all of us that are looking to lose weight have to come to that place where we make the decision. So I am so proud of you. This is so wonderful that you're doing this and you're helping people and you're doing so much. Tell us all about it now.
Well,
the
actually,
program.
I got when I came home, I have 2 roommates, and we all 3 need to lose weight. So we all started getting on our kick of how do we do this? How do we manage it?
Right.
How do we do our exercises? How do we manage our diet? And so we started using some apps that we use and going to the gym and things. We haven't been diligent like we needed to be because we've been very busy, but we've learned to maintain our weight while we've been on like a sabbatical from the gym.
Life happens and
It
different
does.
things happen. And you had mentioned you caught a bad cold and you had a lot of that. So, you know, things happen, but the decision is still the solid, firm foundation of where you're going. Good for
Yeah,
you.
and this shirt right here, dying while living, not an option.
Yes.
I actually made that before
That's
I went
excellent.
to my camp.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I also made one that says either pay now or later.
Right.
And I made this one. It's me versus me, and I put my first the date that I weighed
is
in
amazing.
at 205.8 on 514, and then 6'4". I was 196, and then I went down to 194. Then I went back up to 196.
That happens.
Then I went down to 193. I'm about 188 now, and I haven't. I'm
You
going
haven't
to add to it
added
as I
it.
go. Yeah, and it actually tells how many inches I lost in the first 10 days. At my camp was 5.7 inches.
Yes,
I didn't
inches are
lose-
huge.
Yeah, I didn't lose
Yes.
much pounds.
Right.
But I lost inches.
Right. And the secret to losing that is drinking that water. You know,
Yep.
because those inches will continue to come off when you're working. I am so proud of you because how aggressive you've been. And I understand walking up that hill. And so you were able to do that. And I know you were helping other people too. You're never just about you, girl.
It's interesting because the last day before I left, there was a man that came in, and we had to walk our mile for the morning, and he couldn't make it, and I stayed with him the whole time just to make sure that he was okay. But I just felt like a coach at that point.
Right, yes.
And I'd actually started running on a treadmill and things by
Right.
Saturday, and Sunday I started running on a treadmill, and I could make that mile with no problem at all within a
Yes.
week.
Yes.
But it took that long to get
Sure.
there. And
Yeah.
we get very discouraged whenever we don't see an improvement in the first 3 or 4 days or 5 days. We're very instantaneous about what we want to do.
Right.
And so, but then when I came home and my roommates and I were talking, and I made a little list of what we're doing this for, you know, weight loss, getting rid of our blood pressure problems, getting rid of
Right.
our, you know, people that can
Right.
get on this diabetes things
That's
that
right.
we don't have diabetes in my home, but I'm an RN and a paramedic, and I have a home
That's
care
right.
business here in Paris. So that health has always been something that I've always tried to help other people do, but not done it myself the way that I should, because sometimes we get so busy taking care of other people, we forget about
Yes.
taking care of ourselves.
That is the truth, and that is who you are. You are always pouring yourself out for others, and
Thank you.
yeah, it's a beautiful thing actually,
Well, I
and very
appreciate that.
inspiring. And I wish everybody would do that. That's actually how we should be living as good Christians. And
Yeah. That night before I left to go to the fit camp, I just came up the stairs. I had pushed mowed the whole front yard, and I
Lord.
literally could not walk.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I came up those stairs, and I was just in tears. And I opened the door, and my roommate was sitting there, and I just looked at her. I said, "I cannot go to this camp. I can't even mow the yard, and I can't even get up these stairs." And I was so frustrated. And if it wasn't for my roommates to say, "You can do this," and she told me, she said, you have to do this,
Right.
for yourself, for us, for the people that you take care of, for all the people in your life. And
Right.
and it was very emotional for me to leave and
Yes.
go, but I'm so thankful that I did.
I am too, and it is the right thing. And you know, just want to speak to that for a moment. When we're that overweight, we are putting ourselves out there, like this says, we're dying, you know, literally while living, because all these different illnesses start coming upon us.
Yes.
Diabetes and
Cholesterol.
different things that happen to us. I remember one day my foot felt a sharp stabbing pain. Never felt that before. And I thought, okay, many issues appear when you start to get to this level of overweightness. And for anybody out there listening, if that's happening to you, you know, I want you to really pay attention today, because this is important. It could even save your life. I do believe it saved mine. All of my problems went away. I went to the doctor. I had, and I know you have, gotten your lab reports on your blood work and things like that, and I was actually really in trouble and didn't even know it. You know, just being overweight, I'm like, oh, it's just being overweight, a few pounds. Well, a few pounds was like 60, and so you know, that's not a few anymore. I think we're over the over the limit of a few. But it really was great to get the new blood work and see, wow, this is inspiring, and especially with my age group, it was just off the charts excellent.
Wow.
So yeah, and so so tell me about Me Versus Me, and how did you come up with that?
I just know that the fight is real,
It is real.
and it's a real hard one to manage, and it's a real hard one to stay motivated.
It is.
The struggle is real.
The struggle
I'm
is
just going to
real.
have a motto right there that says the struggle is real, because it really is.
And personal.
If you don't have things in place, you don't have accountability partners, you don't have the ability to well, you know, you think that whenever, I always said, I don't want to go on a diet because I can't afford it.
Right.
And we always think that we're not able to afford it, but the food that we buy now is less than what we used to spend. And
Right,
it doesn't
right.
even make any sense. We thought that we were doing something great by going through the dollar menu at McDonald's.
Oh no.
And you know what? It doesn't take any time to get up in the morning and make you a scrambled egg and
That's
a little
right.
piece of turkey bacon, and you're on your way.
That's right.
Instead of sitting in the line and waiting.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. You're absolutely right. And
Yeah, so that's
you know,
how-
so you're challenging yourself, and I like that. That's what you have to do, and make that decision that that's what you'll stay with. So, you know, and like I said earlier, it is between your right and left ear. So that's where the battle is.
That's right.
And you got to fight it every day.
Every day.
And for those out there who are struggling with their weight, you know, Geri is somebody that is very motivated. Of course, like she said, she's an RN and a paramedic, and she knows. But it's so easy on that slippery slope. So let's talk about this. So you're also doing this as a program now, and you have a website where people can go to, and you're looking for participants.
Yes.
And so you need people to come and join on, and you've already got a group going, so you're bringing people in.
Yes.
Go ahead and explain all that.
Well, it's meversusme.tv is my website.
Okay, T like TV.
V,
okay.
like
oh, we have it up. There we
television.
go.
There it is,
Okay.
right there. Hey, we did that. That's a good looking legs. I don't know whose they are, but they're good looking legs anyway.
They're not mine.
But yeah, I got a website up there, and it tells some of the things that we're going to be doing, why we're going to be doing it, the participants, what we need for that, and it's very exciting to get this. We do have some participants already.
Yeah, and so you need people to reach out to be participants right now.
Yes, we
Awesome.
do. Yes, and they can go to that website,
Uh-huh.
and there's a place, and it comes at the bottom. It says, "Do you have a question or do you have a comment?" And if they'll go to that website, meversusme.tv,
Okay.
and that question will pop up right at the beginning, and be at the bottom, and they just put their name in, and maybe tell a little bit about why they would want to be a participant, and also give their phone number on that too. It's
Right.
It's a
So that you can
it's
get
a
back
safe,
to them.
yeah,
Right.
and it's safe. It's
Okay.
just something that me and my team will see.
Good to know.
So they don't have to worry about their information on that.
Okay. And so they'll be taking the life challenge then with you.
With
you.
with me, yes,
Right,
yeah.
with you.
Well, I'm still on my life challenge too,
Right,
so
right.
we will actually be
All be
motivating
working
each other
together.
together.
Yes.
Because I am definitely not at my goal weight. With that, we call that the tripod. If somebody decided they want to participate, we would do a video of them talking to their past self, their present self, and their future self. And then we will have them fill out some paperwork that tells about their goals and what kind of health problems they might have. Now, this is not a medical thing. I'm an RN, but it's still not medical.
Right.
So we would actually find out what their goals are and why they want to do it. Do they want just more stability? Do they want to be able to move more? Do they want to lose weight? Do they want to get their cholesterol down? Do they want to get their diabetes down? And the interesting thing about lab work, I'm 61 and overweight and couldn't get around for anything, but my labs looked like I was 16. So that's false information and misleading sometimes. My A1C was perfect. My cholesterol was perfect. So those are some things too. If somebody has some labs they want to put into the system, we'll have a folder for them and we'll keep that with us. We're not, like I said, we're not medical, but we can keep all that together and see how their change progresses.
Oh, that is awesome.
Really good.
These successes will be right here when you start your program. Of course, that you can start now, but you'll actually be live here at Paris Production Studios doing your show, and it'll be a weekly show. And
we'll have 2 contestants a week,
right,
to do their weigh-ins and all that stuff. And we might not do a weigh-in here. We'll do a weigh-in beforehand, and then we'll kind of give the progress of what they've been doing.
Okay.
And
That's good.
they, with their participation, they'll get a me versus me shirt. We can put their starting weight, and as they go down, that we can do that as well. And that will be something that we could do. We also, will be the accountability partner that they might not have at home. Maybe everybody's still eating the same thing at home, and they're the only ones that want to change.
That is difficult, but it's doable. I did it.
Right. Yeah. So we'll motivate each other because I'm still on this journey as well. And once I get to my goal weight, then I'll continue to help. And again, it's me versus me. I can always go back up to where I started or even higher.
Right,
And,
exactly.
yeah.
So then let me understand. So the participants will actually be on the show with you along with guests. And
Yes.
You have all kinds of speakers, nutritionalists, chefs, fitness coaches, trainers, physical therapists. You've got all kinds of things that you're doing. So yeah, explain all that.
Well, what we'll do is, and we're just starting this, so we're looking for participants in this area. Some chefs out there that want to participate, and I'll just talk to this right here. Any chef that wants to participate, any a private trainer or a personal trainer, anything like that wants to participate and be a part of the show. We'll have them on live, and they'll be able to talk about where they work, what they do. But with the chefs, we're going to incorporate meals that are healthy for us.
Okay.
And maybe in their restaurant, they can incorporate that healthy meal
as a healthy choice.
Choice versus hamburgers and French fries.
Yeah, that's
so it might
wonderful.
be part of a bigger thing than what we think of, because a lot of times, I mean, the chefs, in the restaurants, they make good fattening gravy and biscuits and cakes and everything else. And then we load them up with sour cream on the potatoes and all that. And then we put cheese and we put bacon bits and everything else.
And those are cha-ching, calorie. Yeah.
So what we would want to help their business by bringing this healthy choice, and we'll have this a little setup in here where we'll do a little cooking thing.
Oh, nice.
And we've already kind of talked about that and how we're going to do that. Some other things that we're going to be learning is educational. We're going to be learning how to count, and we're not so much to count calories, but we really are. For 3,500 calories, you lose a pound.
Right. That's
and if you think about it, 3,500 calories, you lose a pound. So if you do more exercise than you eat,
right,
you're going to lose weight.
Yeah.
Or if you don't even do any exercise at all and you eat less,
you will
lose weight.
Absolutely.
So if you're used to eating 3,500 calories a day,
right,
and you decrease that to 2,000 calories a day, then that's 1,500. So every 2 days, you could lose nearly a pound.
That's right. And, you know, that is exactly it. And if we could just push ourselves away from the table more often than not and limit the portion sizes, because that's huge. And I see that you've brought a plate with you there.
Yeah, it has it for here.
Yeah,
so
this is an actual size you should use.
That's a 9-inch, yeah. Yeah, and I was taught at this camp that I went to, and I'm not pushing them at all, but they were fabulous. You know, half of this is supposed to be vegetables.
That's right. That's
and
right.
a fourth of it's supposed to be meat.
Right.
And a fourth of it is supposed to be some kind of starch or something. So there were meals where we would have rice.
That's right.
And then we would have all these vegetables and our little chicken or whatever.
Right.
So if you think about it, and my mom and dad have done this for years, they say, don't eat off of a big plate because you always eat more.
You do.
And they eat off a little plate like this. And every time I go to their house, I would say, Mom, you know I can't live off of that much. You know I can't live off of a small plate like that. And they would have their little plates here, and they would give me my big plate.
Yeah,
and that's the way we
right.
always did. My mother and father have been pushing me and pushing me and pushing me to live healthier, eat healthier.
Good for
and,
them.
I haven't told them where I'm doing this at all. They have no idea.
Oh, they don't even know. Oh, well, if they're watching tonight,
it's a secret.
it's a secret that's not going to be
Absolutely a
too
secret.
secret much longer.
Not a secret now. Yeah.
So true. You know, that portion size, and it's funny how when we get bigger, we don't see it as a big plate. We start thinking that isn't enough.
That's right.
And yet it's almost 2 times more than what we need. And it is between your right and left ear. It is how you speak to yourself. So you do need to know what to say when you talk to yourself.
Yes,
and you're still on it now, and the group that you're with right now is still walking towards all that so that you'll have everybody with you.
Yes.
That is awesome.
Yes.
And you know, you had mentioned to me about, you know, some people can't afford to do diets, and some diets can be incredibly expensive, and not that they're not worth it. It's just, you know, it depends on how you want to move towards that goal. And you've got some things here that you wanted to talk to us about.
I do.
And
one of the things that we'll be learning is how to count calories
okay.
and fats and read labels. And
Now, how long will this program go?
Well, it's 16 weeks.
Okay, it's 16 weeks
And
from when they join.
From when it would be,
Okay.
we will follow them for 16 weeks.
Okay.
And then there will be 2 live each week. And so each person will go about 4 times.
Oh, that's great.
And then what they'll also need to do is be able to follow themselves with their phone, their iPhone or their smartphone or whatever they have, video, their workouts for the gym, maybe take pictures of what they're cooking, how they're managing their diet. And so, because this is not just about me, it's about them, and it's also about people learning how to do better, how to be better.
So they
for
can
themselves.
follow you at home and learn how to do better.
Yes, if they're willing to do that. Now, like I said, this gets real personal when you start showing the size of clothes that you're wearing.
Sure,
and
or putting it on the front of your shirt. That's pretty personal.
When I had to fly to New Mexico, and I got on an airplane, and then a guy looked at my shirt, and he looked at me, and he looked at my shirt, and I said, "It's a journey. What can I say?"
It truly
He said,
is.
"What does it mean?" I said, "Exactly what it says."
Yeah, that's what it means.
I said, "I'm headed for 135 if that tells you anything." And so we had a good conversation about that. Yes. And there's no prize at the end. The only prize that you get is a certificate that says you completed it, but also the prize that they've got their life back.
Yes.
The legacy that
They're
they live, but also when you've got one person that's overweight in the family, you probably got more than one. You've got kids that are overweight. You've got a husband or a wife that's overweight.
So true.
And so what you can do is you can make a healthier life within yourself by doing these things, and then get somebody in your life motivated to do it with you, and let that be the accountability partner.
And so what is the motivation that you'll be speaking to
What is the motivation?
Yeah.
Well, it's me versus me. We got to find our reason about why we're doing what we're
Right.
doing.
Okay.
We've got to keep saying dying while living is not an option.
Right.
We got to keep saying either pay now or later.
Right.
Huge things. We've also got to say, I saw something on Facebook today. It said it doesn't matter about falling down 7 as long as you get up on the 8th time. And another thing is it only takes one decision to make your whole life different.
Right.
And your generations after you different. You've got some spots left open. My website on meversusme.tv. You have a question for us, go ahead and fill that out, and then we'll look and see who we feel would be the best participant. So, yeah.
And we've got a participant in the studio with us, so we'll bring her on. Come on in,
Woo-hoo!
Tammy, and let's just talk a second with you. So how excited are you about this?
I'm excited.
I
I'm
bet.
excited.
This is awesome.
Either pay now or later.
Either pay now or later. Absolutely. Yes. And doing it with someone else is so much better than doing it by yourself.
It is. And what are your goals? What are you looking towards?
Well, I'm looking. I really want to get back to where I was before I had kids, and that's
Oh my gosh,
a
isn't
long
that the
journey.
truth? Yeah.
That is a long journey. It
Yeah,
is. It is. But I feel like I can make it. So.
Oh, absolutely. And I know she'll be the best guide.
She's a hard worker. She really keeps me motivated at times.
Oh, that's
what
beautiful.
you need for accountability partner.
You do. You have to be accountable because
Yeah.
it just helps. And you're going to have ups and downs. And are you currently on the program now?
I am.
Oh,
I am.
good. So you're already working towards your
Yes.
goal.
Yes.
Oh, this is excellent. How long have you been doing this?
For about a month and a half.
Nah, I don't know about, something like that.
Something like that, about a month and a half.
Okay.
And I've lost about 20 pounds. So.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. In a month
She
and a half.
has. Yeah, she has.
That's excellent.
Yep.
So you have all your shirts and your pants, and you're going to be showing them as you are on the show then with Gary.
Yes.
You guys will be talking and sharing all. Oh, this
Yeah.
is so good to hear. We were
Okay.
talking about some of the different types of diets that you'll speak about and help people understand what it is that, they're a part of and how it compares and that kind of thing. If they're good or they're bad, if one is better than the other. And some of the ones that you had written down here, types of diets.
Well, what we'll do is we'll go through keto, we'll go through paleo, we'll go
Yes.
through just a life change diet where you just eat healthy.
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot for that for my own health for the whole thing because that's what I need to continue to stay on target is a life change. But what we'll do is we'll take each week and we'll go through a diet and see and let people choose what they think is best for them.
Right.
Now, like again, we're not medical, but we can read the pros and the cons.
Right.
And when we get our nutritionist in here, maybe we could get that person to really shed some light on some things about
Right,
those
and
things.
what diet might work better for you.
Right.
When you make your decision to start these journeys, it's a decision that you follow through because when you're really ready, you're ready.
really ready. Hey, you're always one decision away from making a total different life for yourself.
That's
Me versus me, the struggle is real.